Wow, what a nice view. You like the view?
It's okay.
Just okay? What are you saying? This is gorgeous.
Bro, I just pooped in a hole, slept on air, and haven't showered in 2 days. I don't have the energy to appreciate this view.
It's all part of the outdoor experience.
Your mom's part of the outdoor experience.
Your fall is part of the outdoor experience.
My fall?
Yeet!
Yup. Camping is great. Why live in the convenience and comfortability of a house when we can live under a sheet of plastic to tickle Mother Nature's balls? So recently me and my girlfriend went camping. My girlfriend and I? My girlfriend and me. We went camping, and it was actually a pretty cool experience. You wanna know about it?
No, not really.
So, the night before, I came home from work. The plan was that we would have an early night since we had to get up at like 5 AM. But plans change. I had to pick up my sister, so my girlfriend and I went to do that. On the way back, we passed Macca's, aka McDonald's. Nah, I shouldn't. We gotta have an early night. So I kept driving. Actually, f*** it. I want chips. So I did a 180 and went back to Macca's. We ate some delicious obesity and then we went home. And now we could finally have an early night. But I'm sure one episode of Alice in Borderland couldn't hurt. Turns out, one episode of Alice in Borderland could hurt. Cause we ended up going to bed at 1:30 AM for a 5 AM get up, giving us like 3.5 hours of sleep. Oh yeah, also we made sandwiches to bring for lunch, which we kept in the fridge, so we can't forget to bring them. The next day we got up early, got all our gear, and guess what? We forgot to bring the goddamn sandwiches! So there we were, tired and sandwichless. And now we had to spend the entire morning on public transport. Yup, we couldn't take a car, so transport it was. We took a bus, another bus, a train, got some Starbucks, almost missed our other train, but then made it, then took another bus, and finally, another bus. We left at 6 AM and got there around 1:30, so it was a 7.5 hour trip just to get to the middle of nowhere to pitch a tent and shit in a hole. Oh, and that's not including the hike to the campsite, which we also had to do. On one of the buses, a lady was saying goodbye to 2 of her kids and had another younger kid with her. The bus driver looks at the young kid, then looks at us and jokes, "I'm glad he's not coming on the bus, he looks like trouble." We looked down at the kid, and while the lady was saying goodbye to the 2 older kids, the young kid was spanking her. I'm not making this up. He was legit spanking the heck out of her badonkadonk. And not just like tapping her butt, but he was going at it, a full hand swing and everything. And she didn't have a care in the world. She was too busy saying goodbye to her other 2 kids to even notice the little gremlin behind her. Me and my girlfriend looked at each other and we just started bursting out laughing. It was actually so funny how he just kept going at it. "Lady, your child, he's spanking you! Why don't you care?" That was definitely a major highlight of the trip. What can I say? The kids going places. Once we got to the campground, it was pretty much dark since we also decided to take a detour to check out a waterfall on the way. So it was a race against the sun. We quickly set up the tent, but by then it was dark, so we had to whip out a headlight to make our dinner. The way our stoves work is you pour methylated spirits in it, then light it up with a flint and steel to turn it on. I cooked up the first batch of noodles for my girlfriend and everything was fine. She ate them and it was time to cook up mine. The bars, bro, the bars. I poured the methylated spirits into the stove and went to light it with the flint and steel, but it wouldn't work. For some reason, the flint and steel wasn't lighting the metho. I gotta stop saying it like that. I kept striking it, but to no avail. Is that how you use that word? I was done, ready to give up. But then, like the genius I am, an idea came in my head. I got some unused toilet paper, I feel like that's necessary to specify, and dipped it in some of the metho. I tried lighting that on fire and it worked first try. Before it burnt out, I grabbed it and touched it to the stove to turn the stove on. And it worked. I'm in no way the most out-of-the-box thinker, but in that moment, my brain came in clutch. The stove was on. I cooked up my dinner and said goodnight to the 2 kangaroos that were staring at us. And then went to bed. The next day we got up and went for a hike. I almost shit my pants on the way to finding a toilet that flushes, but I made it, and then we climbed a tall mountain to check out the view. Wow, nice view. Okay, let's go. Once we got back down the mountain, we decided to have some lunch, but it was like 4 PM, so it was more like dinner. We had those little soup packets you buy from the supermarket, and they were pretty good. Not that filling, but still nice. Oh man, what an exhausting day. I sure hope we don't have to walk 10 kilometers back to the tent on a road where the speed limit is 100 kilometers per hour and there's no sidewalk, and it's also pitch black because it's not daylight savings and we didn't manage our time properly. Oh wait, that's exactly what happened. We ended up doing about 50,000 steps that day, but that's okay because after a good night's sleep, it was now time to do that whole 7.5 hour public transport journey again to get back home. But we made sure to get some takeaway for dinner on the way back. Maybe a little too much takeaway. It was a long trip, but aside from our feet feeling like they fell off, it was pretty fun. It was a trip to remember, and being in the outdoors made me realize that YouTube isn't everything. It's good to step back from the screen every now and then to appreciate actually being alive. I love this planet, and I love tickling Mother Nature's balls. If you guys have any crazy camping experiences, pop them in the comments below, I'd love to read them. Thanks for watching, have a great day, and I'll spank you in the next one.
Bye!